the bargain defensive transfer Premier League clubs can make in January. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Before we dive into this update, be sure to press that subscribe button and keep up with all the latest news. Spurs and Liverpool could have a bargain opportunity to strengthen their backline in January after a long-term transfer target confirmed his desire to leave his club this winter. Liverpool have boasted the Premier League's best defence so far this season. Tottenham, meanwhile, have been more porous under Ange Postecoglou and lack depth at centre-back, while Romero is also thought to be a target for Real Madrid. Spurs in particular could find an opportunity to sign a player they had previously tried to purchase after Milan Skriniar suggested he could leave Paris Saint-Germain, having failed to break into Luis Enrique's lineup. Skrinar was wanted by Spurs prior to his move from Inter, but he opted to join PSG. However, the 29-year-old has made just one Ligue 1 start this season. The Slovakian still harbours a strong reputation after his standout performances for Inter, and, should PSG be willing to sanction a loan or a cut-price sale, Skriniar could prove to be a smart acquisition for any major side in January. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano wrote on his X account, "Milan Skriniar has confirmed he's not happy with current game time at PSG, and there are concrete chances for his exit already in January." Juventus can only be interested in case PSG open the doors to loan move. More clubs are also keen. Which clubs could Skriniar join in January? Sky Sports, who use data-driven metrics to analyse a player, believe Skriniar would be most suited to Tottenham or Liverpool if he were to leave PSG due to the playing style and pedigree of both sides. Milan Skriniar would be a great addition to the squad in January, and the deal would be more interesting if Real Madrid increased their desire for Romero. The fact is that if the Slovenian wants to leave Paris in the winter, several clubs would be scrambling to close the deal. Tottenham remain interested in signing Aston Villa superstar for £50 million, but will face competition from Arsenal and Newcastle, according to reports. Tottenham's interest in Aston Villa's Jacob Ramsey appears far from over, with reports hinting that the North London club might renew their pursuit of the talented midfielder next summer. Despite previous unsuccessful attempts to sign the 23-year-old, Spurs are reportedly gearing up for another go in 2025. Now, new rumours from Give Me Sport suggest that Unai Emery's side may be more open to letting Ramsey go next summer to capitalise on his value before his contract expires in 2027. The price tag? A reported £50 million. The competition for Ramsey's signature is heating up, with Newcastle and Arsenal also showing interest. His status as a homegrown player makes him an appealing prospect for all three clubs, who are keen on boosting their midfield options. However, Spurs' situation has evolved since their initial chase for Ramsey. The arrival of Lucas Bergvall, a highly rated young midfielder signed in January for £8.5 million, has changed the landscape at Hotspur Way. Although Bergvall is just 18 and lacks extensive experience in top-flight European football, reports suggest that he's already impressed manager Ange Postecoglou during pre-season. While an understudy to James Maddison would have been ideal last season, especially given Lo Celso's inconsistent availability, Ramsey's profile may no longer be the perfect fit for Tottenham's evolving squad. Wilson Odoi says he's pushing to get back fit from the hamstring injury that has derailed his start to life at Tottenham. The France youth international joined Spurs from Burnley for £25 million in the summer following a 2023-24 campaign in which he registered 5 goals and 3 assists across all competitions, despite the Clarets suffering relegation. Odoi played 180 minutes in 4 appearances across all competitions for Spurs at the start of the season, before succumbing to a hamstring injury just 18 minutes into an EFL Cup tie against Coventry. Wilson doesn't look good. We are still waiting for it to settle down and get all the information, but he will definitely be out for the next period, Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou said of Odoi at the time. The 19-year-old hasn't played since, but speaking at an event with local sixth form students at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Odoi says he's working hard to get fit again. "I'm disappointed about this injury, but I'm working hard now to come back and play again," he said via Football London, adding, "I just need to keep pushing and keep working." Given his tender age, there's no need for Spurs to rush Odoi back into action early. Up next for the Lilywhites is a home tie against London rivals West Ham following the international break. Spurs are monitoring Leicester and Italy defender Caleb Oyoli, according to reports. Tottenham's doubts about the 23-year-old being able to cope in the Premier League have been proven wrong, after Leicester saw their manager Enzo Maresca and star player Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall depart for Chelsea last summer. The Foxes look to shore up their backline, signing Atalanta centre-back Caleb Oyoli. Steve Cooper's side signed Oyoli for £13 million after the defender, who has since been included in Italy's senior squad, impressed on loan at Frosinone in Serie A. Despite Leicester's struggles at the start of the season, Caleb Oyoli has started all of Leicester's past 7 games, with the young Italian shining in each performance. Impressive performances from Oyoli have reportedly alerted the likes of Tottenham, who scouted the young defender before his move to Leicester. However, they initially had reservations about the 23-year-old's ability to adapt to the Premier League, doubts that have since been disproved. Spurs weren't alone in their concerns over Oyoli, with Newcastle and West Ham sharing similar worries. All 3 clubs are now believed to be keeping a close eye on the defender after his fast start to life at the King Power Stadium. It took a handful of games for Oyoli to be handed a full debut under Steve Cooper, but the Italian now looks irreplaceable in defence for the Foxes. An Italy call-up only further emphasises the defender's promising displays this season. Tottenham's interest in Caleb Oyoli could well be with Romero's potential future exit in mind, after the defender has been continually linked with Real Madrid. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!